Guys, we are back in the city of Langley today, and we're going to be taking you through one of the most exciting projects currently available right now. These are the homes that we'll be taking you through right behind me, but this project specifically, they have some of the most crazy promotions that I've ever seen, including a chance to get a free car with your purchase or a $50,000 credit on your purchase. So we're gonna get into all the details of that. We're gonna take you through the home like we said. We'll share with you some information in regards to this neighborhood, and we'll share with you, of course, at the end, all the pricing, incentives, everything you need to know about this project. This is a super exciting one. So without further ado, let's get into it right now. All right, so we're starting off right outside the unit that we're going to be taking you through. What you're looking at right now, this is their sales center, but this should actually be where the garage is. It is going to be a 2-car side-by-side garage on the grounds of where we're standing in right now. What you're looking at here is their 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom home with 1,426 square feet in its interior. Now, like we mentioned, they have some of the craziest promotions, and we're gonna get into all the details of the pricing and the incentives, as well as some areas, some of the information on the neighborhood, I should say, later on in this video. But if we continue on with this tour right now, we're in bedroom number 1, which is located here on the lower level. This will have an ensuite bathroom with a 3-piece bathroom. It has a standing shower, and what I really appreciate throughout this unit that you're going to see is the lighting. They have some beautiful lights all throughout, with under cabinet lighting all throughout the home that you'll see the more we go along in this tour. But here you're looking at the exit into the back of this townhouse unit, and this is going to be a little bit of your backyard space. So you do have some concrete area where you can put some chairs, and you also have a little bit of soil, as you saw over there. Maybe for those of you who like planting, you can put in some flowers. But if we get up these stairs, you'll see this floor plan, these stairs, how they are made and located. This is something that's becoming a little bit more popular in the sense of you have your front door up here leading up into your main floor, but then you can also take that same set of stairs right down into the back side of the home. But this is going to be actually where the front door is located, and where we're going up these stairs, this will be traditionally, if you have guests over, where they'll enter in from, and then you take a left over here, sorry about that, and you get into your main floor. Now I want you to take a second and look at the amount of space that you have in this main floor. This is an 1,800 square feet home, so it's going to be spacious to begin with, but I absolutely love this main floor and the amount of space that they have designated to specifically the living area. And again, this will be their powder room, again with all the beautiful lighting. And you do have a closet here that you can put in some coats, of course some shoes, which personally I would prefer if they have a closet like this right as you enter in the door, because that makes the most sense. But this one, for this unit, it is up here on the main level. And if we turn around, now we're getting into the kitchen, which, looking at the island, you can see that they have the waterfall going down. I believe that is going to be part of the unit. I don't think that is going to be an upgrade, but I'll have to confirm that later on once I take a closer look at their information sheet. But now, looking at the color theme of this home, I absolutely love how much brightness is part of it, with the white backsplash that you see over there, a little bit of marbling, the under cabinet lighting, the LED lights that they have, as well as the light wood tone that they have for the cabinetry. I just really like the feel of that. I think it's bright. It gives a place a very modern feel. And as we turn around, you'll see on the left hand side of the screen, but before we get ahead of ourselves, I'm going to open up some of these drawers so that you can see the amount of space that you have. Of course, you also have the microwave down there with the gas stove that they're using for this unit. But yeah, going back to this space, this is going to be the dining area, and you can kind of set this up how you like. So they have this as the designated dining area with what you can use as a bit of a wet bar back there. But again, you can also use the space in between the living room as well as the kitchen as the dining area. You can set up a long table there and have this be sort of like a nook or an area if you want to turn it into a home office. That is an idea that I had for this area, and actually how it's presented on the floor plan that you're going to see later on. But as you just saw, that is going to be the balcony. Pretty good space out there, and this island can fit 3. Right over here that we're walking by, that is where I think if you don't have this absolutely gigantic couch, you'll be able to fit a longer table over there. And I do believe they have light extension on top so that you can put in and hang a chandelier. All right guys, I hope you're enjoying the tour so far. And right before we get on to the upper level, which has one of the most amazing primary bedroom ensuite bathrooms. I know it's very specific, but it's absolutely massive. But before we do that, I just want to jump on the map, tell you a little bit more about the area so you can get an idea of not just what the home looks like, but also the lifestyle, the neighborhood that this project is located in. So if we jump on the screen right now, you'll see the project Gradience is right over here in Central Gordon. And let's start off by being a little bit more zoomed out so that you can see where it's located in the grander scheme. So this is going to be Highway 1, which Surrey is over here, and you get into Langley. And once you get off the highway into 200 over here, this will be Willoughby on the right hand side of 200 Street. And we have, we've showcased you so many different projects in this area, a lot of townhome projects as well as a couple of single family home projects. And you've probably, if you've seen any of those videos, you know that the Langley Event Center is over here, and you have very easy access to the highway up top. But if you go a little bit further south, you get into this Central Gordon area, and we'll touch on a couple of the things that makes this area quite appealing. The first of which is going to be the future SkyTrain. So that's going to be closer to downtown, somewhere down here by downtown. So driving from the Willoughby area will be probably closer to like a 10-12 minute drive. But if you're in Central Gordon, getting down there will probably be closer to the 6 to 7 minute range. So in the future, when the SkyTrain does extend to Langley, the Willowbrook stop, then that's going to be pretty convenient if you like to transit to work down in Vancouver, Burnaby, wherever it is, or you just like to have that accessibility. You can get there with a 6 to 7 minute drive, I'm assuming. And then also, if we zoom in a little bit, you'll see how convenient this area is. So Gradience is right up there, but if you come a little bit further down, you have Willowbrook Shopping Center, which is of course a mall, and it has your TNT, and right over there we should be able to name some other things. You have your Walmart, your London Drugs, you have your Home Depot, ICBC, and of course we can't miss out on Costco, which over here you have Costco, as well as the gas. So you have a ton of daily amenities, Canadian Tire staples, everything that you could possibly think of is down here near the Willowbrook area. And then if you go a little bit further south into the city, Langley City, you'll have a lot of your restaurants, and there is actually also a casino over here for any of you that like going to the casino, but make sure you don't gamble too much. So this is just an extremely convenient area, but what I like most about it is the fact that you have those conveniences without being directly in it. So if we zoom into Gradience for a little bit, I want to note that there are a bunch of new construction projects, and this neighborhood is going through quite a bit of a change. So there's a lot of brand new homes here. So you're not living in what feels like an older neighborhood. It is a very new feel neighborhood. There's quite a few new single family homes, but also right over here, this will be Addition, which is a townhouse project. We've done a video on that, so we'll link it somewhere up there. And then further down here, Cascadia by Streetside, which we just did a tour on that a couple weeks ago, so we'll also leave it down there. So this area, and also there's Gordon Square, and probably some other ones that I'm not naming off right now. But in general, this area is filled with a lot of residential townhouses and single family homes, and a very quiet area with accessibility to quite a lot of things. So this is kind of in the middle ground between Willoughby, which is extremely close to the highway, but a little bit further down, further away from downtown Langley, as well as the future SkyTrain extension, and then Gradience, where the Central Gordon area is located. You're a little bit further south, takes a couple more minutes to get onto the highway, but on the other hand, you have access to quite a lot of the other amenities down in Langley City. So that's a little bit about the area. Let's jump back on the tour and make sure you stick around to the end so we can cover all the incentives and pricing that this project has to offer. But let's get back into the video right now. But now going upstairs, we're entering into the top floor, which this is going to be the level for the 3 of your remaining bedrooms. right over there to the right, as you can see, this is going to be side-by-side laundry, and I absolutely love the counter that they have on top with the white bit of marbling, right in line with their backsplash and their island that they had downstairs. And this right here, this will be of course the shared bathroom for the 2 secondary bedrooms. And again, they have the under cabinet lighting. I know I've said it a lot of times. I am just a massive fan of those. I think it gives the bathroom a very, very beautiful feel. And they also have the medicine cabinet, which I'm having a hard time opening. There you have it, right over there behind the mirror. And this is going to be a bath, so you can, this is a 4-piece, you can take a shower, you can have a bath, whatever you choose. And then now once we get out of there, to the left and your right, that's going to be both of the secondary bedrooms. This is secondary bedroom number 1. Now it's not the largest of bedrooms, but you definitely have enough space to put in either a larger bed or a smaller bed with a table, and there you have a very standard sized closet. And if we walk to the left, you're going to see secondary bedroom number 2. This one feels a little bit larger to me. I'll have to check the parameters of it, but right here they showed you an example of what it'll look like if you put a larger bed in there. You still have your bedside lamp. Now, taking a quick look outside, you get a glimpse of what this project looks like on the exterior. We're going to get into the site plan and all that towards the end of the video when we get into the pricing. But this is going to be a large project with many different homes. So make sure you stick around to check out some of the different floor plans, as they do have a variety of homes. But this is going to be their beautiful primary bedroom. You have space to put a large bed with both your bedside tables, and you have a complete private walk-in closet over here. Definitely enough room to store all your clothes. And then now getting into what I believe is the highlight of this home, which is going to be their primary ensuite. Just take a look at how big this actual bathroom is, especially for a townhouse, to get a standing shower on its own and a bath and have this much space, double vanity with a ton of space in between. This is an absolute dream for a bathroom in a townhouse development. So I absolutely am in love with this bathroom. Comment down below, let me know if I'm over exaggerating, or do you agree that this bathroom is absolutely stunning. So there you have it. That's it for this tour. We're gonna jump on the screen right now and share with you some of the different floor plans, as well as all the pricing and incentives. So let's get after it right now. Alright guys, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the tour of that brand new show home, and we're going to get into pricing and of course the incentive that we've been talking about all video long. But before we do so, I just want to say, if you're interested in moving to Vancouver BC, or you live here and you're looking to purchase your first home, maybe upsize, downsize, whatever the case may be, go ahead and reach out to us. We'll leave our contact information right up there. We have people just like you calling, texting, emailing us all the time, and we love to be a resource, to be of value to you. So go ahead and reach out to us, and we would definitely love to get the ball rolling. But getting back to the project, the home that we took you through, that is going to be their D plan, and that is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 1,805 square feet in its interior home, and it is being offered right now at $989,000. Now they do have some other floor plans in this project, and we're going to put it up on the screen so you can check out some of the different ones. So we covered the D plan. Another one of their plans will be their B plan, which is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath instead of 3.5 bath, with 1,452 square feet in its interior. And then their more middle ground floor plan will be the F plan, which is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, but with 1,600 square feet in its interior. And to get into the pricing of those, the B plan has a starting price of $909,000, and then the F plan has a starting price of $949,000. Now, to get into possibly the most exciting floor plan, that is going to be their C plan, and the numbers for that is, it is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom home with 1,426 square feet in its interior, and right now it is being offered at $899,000. Now I know that price sounds pretty good, probably doesn't sound super duper amazing, but this is where we want to get into the incentives. Currently right now they're doing some of the most crazy incentives. You have the option of either picking between a $50,000 credit, so for this only applies to the C plan, So you can get the C plan, the 4-bedroom, 1,426 square feet home for $849,000, so right under the $850,000 mark. Or you can actually choose to have the $50,000 credit on a brand new Mustang Mach-E with the purchase of your home. So that is a pretty cool little idea that this developer, that this project is putting out right now. And we'll put a little video up there so you can see that they did actually bring the car in that day while we were filming. So that was pretty cool to see the car right there on display. Yeah, there you have it in regards to this project. I like this project because they do have townhomes in this area that are on a bit of the larger side of things for those 1,800 square feet ones at a very competitive price point right now. So again, if you are interested in this project or anything else in the Metro Vancouver area, go ahead, don't be shy and reach out to us. We're going to link some other projects right in front of the screen right now, so you can click on those if you want to check out some of the other tours we've done. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for sticking around and for tuning in. And as always, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.